Hello, Christine. I'm Nancy Ronquillo, as you well know, and others. So thrilled and excited to present you with the Nancy Ronquillo Excellence Award for your extraordinary leadership and impact on behalf of kids and families served by Children's Home and Aid. You are someone who has brought your passion, your compassion, and your tremendous leadership capability to our kids' needs so that their dreams can come true. And your leadership and everything you've done, you are a whatever it takes bodacious leader, and that's become a clarion call for Children's Home and Aid. We will do whatever it takes, and you've shown that when people engage with us in that way, big things can happen for our boys and girls. And I appreciate especially the experiences that you've offered to the boys and girls at Children's Home and Aid. Throwing out that first pitch with the Bring Me Home campaign, the parade around the bases with our kids and our families. These have been lifetime-changing memories and real thrills for our boys and girls. But no thrill can beat belonging to a forever family. And the Bring Me Home campaign made that possible for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of our boys and girls.
The fact that it's the Nancy B. Ronquillo Award is just on a whole other epic level. And I am so grateful, just so grateful. So I really started with interacting with the fans and really needed to know a lot about the organization so that I could answer questions as they came along. So I did that all while I was going to school, and when I graduated from Illinois State University with my teaching degree, I had intended to be a special ed teacher, but the White Sox had offered me a full-time job before I graduated, and I thought, well, I'll do that for a couple of years and I'll keep renewing my teacher certificate. But I do think that I consider those years in customer service as being very formative, because I feel like not only did I have to learn a lot about, every aspect of the White Sox, I got to interact with the fans, and they really are the heart and soul of our brand, and really define who we are. And so I feel like it was so formative for me that I was able to have that connection. I didn't really know what community relations was and what it was all about, but I did. Again, I felt like I knew so much about the organization and who we were and what we wanted to stand for in the community, and I felt like I had a really good connection to the fans and the fan base, and I really think it really helped chart the course that I was on that brings me here to 2020. Well, there was that World Series championship, so clearly that was a defining moment where you were like, finally, we want more of these. Who couldn't say that was their defining moment? But I don't want to sound like a soundbite. But I will tell you truly that nearly every moment of my job is a moment. I feel so fortunate because by what the White Sox have given me an opportunity to do, every day I could talk for 8 hours and tell you stories about people I have met, families I've experienced, staff people from agencies that we support that awe me and wow me, and how people, organizations, neighborhoods can be transformed by good. That's the job that I get to work in every day. So it's so hard to say that there's one defining moment. I think there have been, for me, already a lifetime of defining people. At 38 years in my job, I learn something new almost every day. And for shame if I wouldn't, because that would mean that I'm kind of closing myself off to what others can bring to us. So our lives are very evolutionary, and you need to be open to kind of fostering that evolution. And I think that we can't do that in a vacuum. There's so much to be learned and loved by interacting with other people. So that's my advice that I could give.